The San Francisco Giants get absolutely destroyed again to the division rival Arizona Diamondbacks, 10-4. The young Andrew Suarez guys got the start, and we were very excited to see what Suarez could do in his second start after calling him back from AAA. He looked very impressive against the Braves in his last start, but in this one, guys, Suarez was not able to find his groove and just got into some trouble, man. It started off with a leadoff triple in the first inning, and an inning that the Giants just have not been able to figure out whatsoever this year is that first inning. And with the leadoff triple, following that was a Pablo Sandoval controversial error because, kind of took a bad hop the ball, and they gave an error on Sandoval, and that led the score to be 1-0. Arizona wound up scoring 2 runs in that first inning. And man, guys, it's just not a good thing when you continue to put your offense in a deep hole early in the game. And, that can put a lot of stress on, on the hitters because they're constantly having to claw back, fight back in the game. So, just unfortunate. Suarez, he was not able to get that knee-high command that, he's can so effectively do on a consistent basis. The ball was traveling up more, and so a lot of balls got hit hard from Suarez, guys. Wound up giving up 9 runs today in 4 innings pitched on 9 hits. 7 of those 9 runs were earned to go along with 3 walks on the day, guys. So just a frustrating day overall, especially when you consider how the game went yesterday and that, we lost 18-2. Arizona scored the most ever runs at Oracle Park yesterday, and Arizona has hit 34 hits the last 2 days. I don't even know. Words can't describe the frustration, just what's been going on. And really, it's a domino effect, guys, because when you look at the storyline of this season, the starting pitching has let down the Giants many times this year. And, our bullpen, which has been one of the top bullpens in baseball this year, what you're starting to see, guys, is the bullpen is starting to get tired because now they're having to eat up a lot more innings than normally would be expected. And, of course, the offense has just been way too inconsistent. The balance beam way too up and down this year. So the offense hasn't helped out the Giants starters. And, it's been frustrating, guys. Mentally, this team is looking like they are absolutely gassed, absolutely exhausted. And it's carrying over to the bullpen because starters aren't eating up innings like they should be. Now the bullpen's having to pitch a lot more innings. The offense is constantly, being put into stressful situations, having to come back, multiple runs. The Giants falling behind early. That's been the storyline of the year. And if this team is not able to start making some adjustments, make some changes to turn things around, we probably could potentially be in for a very long season. And that is not what we want to see, not in Bruce Bochy's last year. So, I really hope that we're able to turn things around. And we have some good young players, we have a good young nucleus of players that we can start building, kind of see what they have available. And other big related news, guys, going into the day today was that the Giants DFA'd and released Mac Williamson for the second time this season. And the story of Mac Williamson continues, and unfortunately, it's come to an abrupt end in this case because had the terrible game like we talked about in the extra inning game against the Braves on Thursday where he struck out 5 times in that game. And then last night, guys, against Arizona, struck out 3 more times. So I believe in a span of 8 Major League at-bats, Mac Williamson has struck out 8 times and was only hitting a $118 on the year, guys, with the 1 home run that he had in Colorado. So Giants released Mac Williamson, and I feel for him. I really do feel for him because of the struggles that he's had and what he's had to overcome. And, it's just tough because he just got into a funk. I do not even know how to explain how he's just struggled this much. I mean, down in AAA, Mac Williamson, guys, was hitting like above 320 somewhere around there down in AAA. And so we called him up. It was when we were in Colorado. And so we were feeling good because we liked the at-bats that we were seeing. We were seeing good quality at-bats. And so Mac Williamson DFA'd. The Giants made a corresponding roster move to that decision by calling up Mike, and let me read this, guys. Very tough name. Mike Yastrzemski. Sorry if I did not pronounce that right, but they called up the 5'11", 28-year-old outfielder, was hitting .312 down in AAA, guys, with 7 home runs down there. So definitely going to be exciting to see what he can bring to the table. See, if there's anything there. Giants will definitely be able to give him a good look in the outfield, some good solid at-bats. And something really to consider is that the Giants haven't really had an everyday left fielder since the likes of Barry Bonds. So what it really shows is that it's just been tough for the Giants to find a consistent outfielder. I mean, outside of 2010, maybe for a couple months when we had Pat Burrell, bringing good plays day in and day out, guys, good at bats back in 2010. That was a great time. But again, we have not been able to find the consistency and production that we need out of the outfield. So it has been a struggle, guys. Now, one of the big storylines of this series against the Diamondbacks has been the Giants' inability to solve the mystery puzzle of the Arizona Diamondbacks young hitters, especially from the likes of Tim LaCastro, and then also another guy by the name of Kevin Crone. So the last 2 days, Giants just have not been able to figure these guys out. Today, both of them had 2 hits in the game, and Kentel Marte hit, I believe it was his 11th home run of the season. So he homered against Suarez in this one, guys. So been a struggle. And so, guys, the Giants got on the board in this one in the bottom of the second inning came when the pitcher Andrew Suarez was able to get a nice infield single with the bases loaded. So that put the Giants on the board at that time. And then in the 7th inning, guys, Evan Longoria got a bases loaded walk. And with 2 out in the inning, guys, Pablo Sandoval continuing to have, his best season that we've seen in a long time. Pablo Sandoval has been, guys, the Kung Fu Panda, guys, has been having a phenomenal season this year. Had 2 hits today and came up with that clutch 2-out, 2-run single in the 7th inning, guys. At that point in the game, we felt like we were making a potential comeback at that time. I was feeling juiced, excited. It was 10-4 at that point in the game. And unfortunately, we weren't able to add any more insurance runs in that inning to, try to catch up in this one. But Sandoval, another good game for him, guys. He went 2 for 4, got his average up to .302 on the year now, guys. And Kevin Pillar had another good game today. Superman doing everything he can possibly do. Went for a diving catch early in the game, guys. I mean, absolutely was laid out across the field and was able to make a nice throw back into the infield. The run scored, however, but the Giants got a double play out of that nice defensive gem by Kevin Pillar. And so with the 2 hits today, guys, got his average up to .223 on the season. And so that was good. Another bright note to take out of today's loss was Steven Dougie Fresh, continuing his excellent play. Now recently, guys, has moved over to center field now, with Kevin Pillar moving over to right field. So Steven Duggar came up clutch with 2 hits in today's game. So that was some of the bright side. Now, also to look at the bullpen side of things today, guys, Sam Dyson pitched an inning, gave up a hit with 2 strikeouts. And then Derek Rodriguez, guys, they called him up, guys, from the taxi squad, as they like to call it. So Giants wanted to make sure that they had enough arms because of, the 18 runs that were scored yesterday. And so, don't want that overworked bullpen to get even more overworked. So it was good to call up Derek Rodriguez, and he looked very impressive today in the 2 innings that he pitched. Had a, excellent command of his pitches. And so, that'll be a very interesting story to, pay attention to moving forward to see how will Rodriguez bounce back from the struggles he had early in the year. Will we see him get back into the rotation? I mean, what you're seeing now, guys, is, the Giants are going in more of a youth direction now with the starting pitching, with the likes of Shaun Anderson, calling up Andrew Suarez, and then we'll see if Derek Rodriguez can get back into the rotation. And, we got other question marks like Drew Pomeranz, obviously with another rough start last night. What are the Giants going to do moving forward about Drew Pomeranz? So that is another very interesting story. I think really we're getting to that point now where, the rebuild and the youth movement, the Giants really should be delegating playing time to these young players to see what they have to offer. What value do they have? Because we got to make decisions going into the offseason about how we're going to turn this thing around. And also we got to have a good knowledge of what we have, because if we're going to be making trades at the deadline to bring in some prospects, we got to know, how can we make the best trade possible that is going to improve the team, with where they are presently at the moment. Tony Watson, guys, pitched an inning out of the bullpen also tonight. Gave up 2 hits, 1 strikeout, lowers his ERA to 2.84 on the year. And Mark Melancon, guys, has continued his impressive pitching that he has been able to do this year. We have seen that Mark Melancon is healthy now, so that has been awesome to see moving forward. So, guys, Arizona's young starter today, by the name of Clark, he went 6 1/3 innings against the Giants, gave up 6 hits, allowed 3 earned runs to go along with 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. So today, guys, the Giants paid their price for education as, facing this guy, a guy they haven't seen a whole lot of. And so, we got to get a book on him moving forward to really be able to, do some damage against him. So, guys, as we look ahead to the future, to the San Francisco Giants' next game in the series against the Diamondbacks, we are going to be sending the young Shaun Anderson to the mound. And I am very excited because what we've seen in his first 2 starts has been very impressive. In his last outing against the Atlanta Braves, guys, he went 5+ innings against a very good young Atlanta Braves team who, they got some thumpers, guys. Up and down that lineup, they got some hitters that, can make solid contact. So Anderson was able to hold those guys in check for 2 runs over 5+ innings. So we are definitely going to be looking forward to this, guys. Shaun Anderson is going to be making his 3rd Major League start and his first career start ever against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Giants will be up against the likes of Luke Weaver. He is 3-3 with a 3.14 ERA on the year with 62 strikeouts. Now, the interesting thing about this Luke Weaver kid, guys, is that opponents this year are only hitting a $136 against the changeup. So he has a deathly changeup, that he's just getting hitters off balance and everything. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to smash that like button and comment down below. I would love to hear your opinion and your perspective on all things San Francisco Giants. What do you think is going on lately with the Giants and what's been going on? Are they looking like a team that's getting mentally exhausted because the starters haven't been able to do their job pitching deep in the game? So the bullpens had to eat up a lot of innings, and due to the starters giving up early runs like in the first inning and second inning, really the Giants falling behind early, it's carried over into the offense. Again, haven't been able to build consistency. So yeah, it's been tough. And what's going to happen with Madison Bumgarner? I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. Tell me if you think he's going to get traded, or do you think the right deal has to be in place? So all that is going to be really interesting to follow moving forward. Until next time, guys, I will see you again. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it very much, and have a great day.